Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. And the other stations are tuned in too. Your radio, your station, your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Nation fans of everyone on the internet. We are live here. This is the Lucas Chat Podcast live radio show. Again, I sort of announced it last night. I had announced it, and a lot of people were asking me about it. It's like, Kennedy, what are you doing now? So again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are streaming, y'all. We are streaming from Facebook, Twitter, Live.me, Ustream, and a YouTube streaming service. Again, we're streaming kind of everywhere. So, and we're able to do it here at the Host Stream Studios, and we're doing it all at the same time. Now, a lot of people are wondering, and I do have a lot of Facebook people. Don't worry, we're working on trying to do Facebook Live for all of you guys out there. Again, we're getting a whole bunch of likes here at Live.me. Live.me is one of the streaming sites that I've always been using for a very long time, and it really does justice that I'm actually doing something like this. Again, we're live right now. The Lucas Chat Podcast is live, so hopefully you guys are ready for it. Again, Facebook people, I know you guys are going to get the live stream on demand later on today. Again, I'm still trying to work with Facebook, trying to get my streaming service live on Facebook. It's so hard to do Facebook Live right now. So excited to be on the Lucas Chat Podcast, doing it live again. It really works wonders. I am so proud that I'm doing something like this, sort of live. Live is just one of those things that I always want to work up, against. And, we're getting a whole bunch of comics from Live.me. Again, I love Live.me. I really do. Live.me, if you guys don't have it yet, go get it, because Live.me is one of those things where you can go streaming live throughout the whole world, and people are actually seeing this, and we're getting some viewership here too. So I want to give some shout outs. Shout out to the Silent Singer, shout out to the Awesome Whisperer, shout out to Best Peace, and shout out to Red Kingdom. All of them are like live stream accounts out there from people who just, like to see us live. So again, we're here to talk about a certain topic again. This is the first ever Lucas Chat Podcast. We're doing it live. And of course, Facebook, again, I mentioned you guys can get it demand, and SoundCloud fan base. You guys are also going to get it on demand as well. So we're here to talk about the hit movie from Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry's Acrimony. So this movie, I anticipate on watching for the longest because I never thought that, Tyler Perry would be really doing it well for his movies. Tyler Perry is one of my prime favorites. He's actually one of my inspirations for to be a director. As you guys know, I'm a director, and we got Conviction coming out this summer, and then you got The Gentleman's Club coming out soon. So again, on Monday, April 16th, go wait for YouTube. We're going to be releasing the trailer for The Gentleman's Club. So Tyler Perry is one of my inspirations. As you guys know, Tyler Perry's one of my inspirations. Big shout out to if he's somehow watching this live stream, big shout out to just a shout out to Jordan Peele. Of course, if you guys haven't seen it, the 90th Oscars, Jordan Peele won an Oscar, so he's also one of my prime favorites because Jordan Peele, Tyler Perry is one of my prime favorites, and now Ryan Coogler. As you guys don't know, Ryan Coogler was the director of Black Panther. Big shout out to Marvel and Ryan Coogler and the whole cast of Black Panther. I can't wait for the DVD to come out because I'm probably going to get it, the DVD copy of the movie because, it reaches $1 billion and it broke the 35-year streak at Saudi Arabia. It's shown there too. So, I'm a big Marvel fan. So those are my prime inspiration directors because not only that you can become a director, but you can actually make it as a black African-American director in this world. people like Oscar Micheaux, again, a little history for you. Oscar Micheaux was the first black American director to make movies, and it just shows that, that generation is going. It's really moving along. It's really transcoding over where a lot of people can make it out there in movie directing and movie making. Excuse me. Gotta stay hydrated. So that's why I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that people out there are really making it and they're really doing it real well. So I'm just gonna give a little critique over this movie because this movie was good. I'll be honest. This movie was really good from the beginning to the middle. Now, Tyler, if you somehow watching this, please let me be your assistant director because I would really love to work with you. But I have some critiques. Again, as a movie fanatic and as a movie maker and a filmmaker, I am going to critique. I have to critique in this. So, in words, Tyler Perry's movie Acrimony. I found out that he made the movie in 10 days. What I read in articles is what my brother is telling me. He made the film in 10 days. So, again, it's really exciting that he made something like this, in 10 days. I just never thought he would do it. But this movie, towards the end, felt rushed. Of course, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen the movie, please go out and see the movie. But I'm going to give you some sort of spoiler alerts. I'm going to give you some spoiler alerts for this movie. So, the movie sets off. There's this lead character by Taraji P. Henson. She's playing the character of Melinda. Melinda is married to. She meets this guy, right? This guy who is in college, got scholarships. He's really smart. So he goes out and he builds his battery. He's called it the Gale's battery something. I forgot the name of the battery, but he goes out and make this battery. He meets this girl, and the young Melinda is played by the girl that is also in 13 Reasons Why, and also played Taraji P. Henson when she was young in the show of Empire. So I tell my brother this, and he hears about it a lot from me. But it's really cool that Tyler Perry went out and found Taraji P. Henson and the girl that plays her younger self from Empire onto this movie. So it's just really cool. They really cross dimensions and crossing worlds a little bit. So in college, Merlinda finds out that her mother dies while she's dating this boy, and the mother leaves her $350,000 left debt to her when she died in her will. So that's almost over $250,000. So that's a lot of money if you ask me. So she has all this money, and she's in love with the guy, and the guy had asked her to fund the supplies for the battery and get him a car because he was going through it. He didn't know his family. He didn't know anything about his family. He didn't know anything about his family. So he's all alone. He lives in a trailer. He's just by himself. So Merlinda, Taraji P. Henson's, the characters, they feel sorry for him. They want him to succeed. She falls in love. So she falls in love, right? And they end up getting married, and then what's mine is yours. What's mine is yours. So she ended up buying him a car. They bought a house. And as, the story progresses, he gets kicked out of college. Well, not kicked out of college. He loses his scholarship. And he has no idea to pay for his school funding. So he has no idea what to do. He has no money. And then, again, Taraji P. Henson's character, they fall in love. She helps him out. Pays his college tuition. Got him a car. And moved into the house. So as you see, the money is looking low. And it's really cool because in the movie, Tyler Perry adds a little calculator. So that way it's $350,000. And then it minuses it every time. Bills, car insurance, car, supplies, all of that money is going. And then towards the middle of the movie, they're in debt. So it transitioned over to Taraji P. Henson's older self, herself in the movie, and she's depressed. She's losing the money. The husband ain't shit, in theory. She loses it. So he goes out, and I forgot to mention, when they were young, he cheats on Taraji with this other girl named Diane. So Diane, they fall in love. Diane went off. They got caught. He was having sex with her in the trailer. Merlinda shows up at the trailer and say, "Hey, what the hell is this? Hey, you're cheating on me. Why are you cheating on me?" So they ended up breaking it off, and again, Taraji still stays with the man. Honestly, it's really weird. It just is a whole different dynamic when it comes to cheating. So, and then again, fast forward to the older stuff. The husband goes out and meets Diana. Diana works for this big tech company. She's rich. She has it all. So that's when she feels sorry for the main character, the guy. I forgot his name. I'm blanking on his name, but it's probably going to come back to me. So he goes out, finds Diane. Diane funds and helps out with a meeting with the head of the company to get the battery license. So at first they have a meeting, and then there's like the big guy offers him $800,000. I think that's correct. $800,000. The guy, he's really smart because he said, "Hey, that's not enough money." So he comes back to Merlinda, and Merlinda's pissed off because he thinks that he's cheating on Merlinda with Diane, but really he's just trying to supply and really sell this battery, because at first he was working at the family company's, I guess it was delivery company, deliver food, and he delivered the food, and he didn't deliver food because he got a call back, and he said, "Hey, let's go to this meeting." And then they fast forward over, they offer him $800,000. He turns that down, and he comes on, and all of his stuff is packed up. Well, not packed up. It's thrown in the living room. Taraji says, "Hey, I'm done with you. You need to get the hell up out my house." Yeah, and then he told him about the offer, and then he didn't take it because it wasn't enough money. And it was a really, really cool dynamic to see that story plot line. It was just like, oh shit, like what is he gonna do? So he's out on the street. He's living in a shelter. He's a dishwasher, just trying to make ends meet for himself. Then he goes to the divorce. He's really sad because Taraji P. Henson loses the house. She has no money, and he took all of her money, so she's broke as well. And towards the middle of this movie, I kind of praised Diane a little bit because she never gave up on him. She helped him out, and they had an offer. And get this, y'all, $75 million. That was the final non-negotiable offer for the battery. $75 million. And I'm like, whoa. Like, and I could tell when I went to theaters to see this movie, and I could tell, like, I was in the theaters with a whole bunch of women because all I heard was, oh, girl. That's all I heard. So it's just like, yeah, I'm in a theater full of women. They really want to see this movie. So they got divorced, of course. Merlinda and the main character, guy character, I'm blanking on his name. They got divorced, and he gets $75 million. He did a real gentleman thing because after the divorce, some men they don't care about the other significant other, but he calls Merlinda, Taraji P. Henson, a whole bunch of hurt. So he goes to the office after their divorce. Taraji, she was done with him. So he told her that, hey, my battery picked up, and he gave Taraji P. Henson, Merlinda, a $10 million check and the keys to the house that she lost, and that house was her mother's. And Taraji's just like, what the hell? Like, I divorced this man, and now he's rich as hell. $10 million she got, and the keys to her mother's house, her house she was living in. So she is pissed off because she divorced a really good man who really just wasn't cheating at first. Wasn't cheating. Well, he was cheating at first and when they were young, but was not cheating when they were older. He was just trying to make ends meet. He was trying to make something happen. So Merlinda comes home, right? She comes home and she shows the sisters, again, the sisters was in her head, shows the sisters the check and say, hey, I just got a check from $10 million from my divorced husband and the keys to the house. So, and then towards the end of the movie, she tries to go back to him, and it's already too late because the main character guy, he's married to Diane, of course, the guy that helped the girl that helped him out, and now it's just, it's chaos from there. So this is the part of the movie that just was kind of rushed, in my opinion. Towards the end of the movie, Taraji P. Henson goes crazy. Now that part wasn't fast. That part was scripted really well. Jesus, guys. That part was scripted really well um, because Taraji P. Henson goes crazy. Taraji P. Henson goes extremely crazy with this. And she is obsessed with the husband because she really didn't want to divorce the husband. Her sisters told her to, and then at the time, she wasn't, she wasn't feeling it. She was, so she's married. The main character guy, he's married to Diane. Diane is, and I honestly think Diane's fine. Diane is really fine in this movie. She's older, but she's fine. So they go on, and Taraji P. Henson was on the boat. They got a boat, a $10 million boat. She hops on the boat and say, "Hey, I am Miss Gale. I'm the man. I'm the woman who's married to him. I'm the one who loved him." So then, towards the ending, it was really, I don't know what happened, but towards this ending was a little bit weird because Taraji, of course, she's at the time now she's crazy, hops on the boat and she tells all the crew to get off the boat, and the woman, Diane, comes upstairs to see Taraji P. Henson have gunpoint at the husband, at the ex-husband. She runs downstairs, and then because Taraji shoots the husband, and now that's when she sees Diane, and then Diane runs downstairs on the boat, and then Taraji chases after her, and it's just like, "Hey, give me the ring." And she tried to give her the ring, but then she kind of falls off the boat. That part I was just like, okay, how did she fall off the boat? Like, she just say, "Oh my God, I fell off the boat." And she's off the boat, and then Diane goes back up, checks on the husband. Husband's shot up, and he's just like, he's going through it. So Diane went to a little boat that's on side the yacht, because the boat was actually a yacht, and then there was like a miniature boat. Diane hops on the miniature boat, goes to go find help, and then Taraji P. Henson, of course, is not dead. So it's just like a long scene of them chasing each other. There's no dialogue. There's no character volume. There was just a music playing over that scene. So then it kind of goes, and this is the part where it kind of gets weird, because they're on the front of the boat. There's like a hole in the front of the boat where you can fall through of. She puts her finger, she puts her foot right around these chains where the anchor is. And she has an axe at the time. Now she goes and grabs an axe. And she's trying to chop up the husband up because she's pissed. So she gets the axe right. And Taraji, she has her foot around the anchor. She goes in, and what it looks like, and now this part was kind of unfamiliar with me. I did not know what was going on at this point. She grabs the axe, and she tries to chop up the husband. And at this point, she tries to chop it up the husband. And what it looks like in my vision is he pulls the chain in front of him. She breaks the anchor chain. The anchor falls down to the ocean. She wraps her foot is around this chain wrapped up, and she falls through the hole, and she's drowning in the ocean. This is the weirdest part, because it was just like, and I noticed people in theaters just like, what the hell's going on? So she goes down, and she's drowning. She's trying to swim back up to the boat, but she's, your foot is around the anchor. You're drowning. You're gonna die. And then that's when the Diane comes back on the boat. The husband's like shot up. And then the whole crew members come back on the boat, checking on the guy. And then it pans out to the boat and then Taraji in the ocean drowning. So, and then that was the movie. That was it. They started rolling the credits. And everyone in the theater was like, "Is that it? Like, that's the movie? Really? Is that how it's going to end?" So I don't know if Tyler Perry's doing a sequel to this movie. It would be really cool if Taraji's dead, right? Make Diane the crazy one. Make Diane feel like she is the crazy one, and she's let's just say the husband finds another woman, then Diane turns crazy. That would be a cool sequel to it. But I honestly think that ending was one of the most weirdest and kind of rushed endings ever with Tyler Perry. Now, Tyler Perry makes some really decent movies. Aside the Medea movies, his serious movies I really do like is Why Did I Get Married, The Family That Prays, and Good Deeds. Those are really good movies that just really good. Acrimony was really good towards the ending. It was just kind of rushed, and a lot of people have a lot of questions about it. So I don't really know much about how Tyler Perry was thinking about this movie. Hopefully, he makes a sequel to this. Um, Again, if you want to go see it, I encourage you guys to go see it. Really, just expect it to be a weird ending. I would just hope Tyler Perry makes his endings a little bit more different. But only time can tell with this, and I hope um, that it goes different. Again, not hating on my dog Tyler Perry because he makes some really awesome movies, but it's just that movie in particular. It was just like, okay, you really could have spent more time on this movie, and it could have been where it should have been. Um, it's weird how the ending was, but again, I hope Tyler Perry makes more of a different dynamic with more of his movies because he makes some really good ones. He makes some really funny ones too. So um, again, only time can tell with this movie, and I cannot wait for more of Tyler Perry movies to come out. Again, that is the podcast here today. I had my own 2 cents about this movie. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the Lucas Chat podcast live edition, we're going to continue to do this because I love being live with you guys as we get in live.me right now. And I actually want to screenshot this for sure because, if it was screenshot, I think it would. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, because we're streaming right now. We stream up to 502 people have been joined in with this live stream. So hopefully, live.me is love now. Hopefully, you guys on YouTube and Ustream and so much others are enjoying this live stream because it is going good. Again, we're going to be doing a lot more of this for Luke's Chat Podcast. Not only talking about movies and music, we're going to be doing gaming. We're going to be talking about gaming stuff too, because Twitch is going to be streaming also on here, and we're getting it done. And a lot of people love gaming, of course. I'm thinking about doing a live stream for E3 2018, so only time can tell with that. Hopefully, you guys have a great weekend. Again, please be sure to check out K.L.P Entertainment on Monday, April 16th. For the official reveal trailer of The Gentleman's Club. You guys are going to enjoy it because that movie, I'm so funny. I'm funny as hell in that movie. So hopefully you guys get ready for that as well. So this has been the Lucas Chat Podcast live radio show with your host, Kennedy Lucas. I'm Kennedy Lucas, logging out.
This one's explosive. And right now, we'd like to introduce ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. And the other stations are tuned in too. Your radio, your station, your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.